I am clutching my pearls. This was a surprise. I thought the season was wrapped.
Next week, we've got one more very special interview for you. A bonus episode because when a matriarch calls and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer.
Meghan Sussex is blessing us with an unexpected episode 9 of her podcast, and it's a big one.
Can you guess who it is?
Can you guess who it is? Here's a little preview.
That's why I fight so hard. Now, I tell them every day, you belong anywhere. I mean, since they were little girls, you belong anywhere you choose to be.
If you guessed none other than Ms. Tina Knowles joining the conversation, you are correct. And for those of you who need a refresher, Ms. Tina Knowles is a powerhouse in her own right. She's a designer, philanthropist, and entrepreneur, best known as the mother of the global icons Beyonce and Solange. But beyond that, she's a cultural matriarch, shaping image, style, and legacy through her fashion brand House of Darion and her unwavering advocacy for Black creativity and community. Her voice is warm, wise, and full of truth. This is a moment. Get ready, episode 9 drops next week.
Tina Knowles was a hairstylist. She was a salon owner. She was a hustler. She wasn't rich, but she was very resourceful. She built Destiny's Child's image with her hands before the world even cared about them. She taught Beyonce and Solange what it means to earn your spotlight. So when Tina decides to share her story, she calls Meghan, and of course we know that the podcast is going to be explosive. And that is not luck. That is legacy, recognizing someone who is equally building their own legacy. So they're not just trading sound bites, they're reminding us, especially women of color, they are reminding us that when women bet on themselves, they win. I am so looking forward to the conversation between Meghan and Tina Knowles, and I'm also looking forward to getting my hands on a copy of Tina Knowles' book, Matriarch, because so far the tidbits that I've been hearing sound incredible. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of the best-selling book, The Luxpreneur, and for more insights like these, please like, share, comment, and follow me. Tina Knowles built more than Destiny's Child. She built discipline, work ethic, and confidence. She didn't wait for the industry doors to open. She made the wardrobe, set the tone, and drove the van. She's the reason Beyonce could say, "I'm a grown woman," and mean it. So hearing Tina and Meghan, two women who've redefined public narratives, speak on the subject of legacy and resilience, this is not about fluff. This is about history, and we all should be listening, especially if we are women of color. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of the best-selling book, multi-million pound generating book, The Luxpreneur. And for more insights like this, please like, share, comment, and follow me.
Well, isn't this interesting? So yesterday I posted a video of one of the royal family staffers talking about Meghan's alleged bullying, and I basically, you can watch the video, but I basically said someone that's never had a history of bullying before the royal family and after the royal family, but of course with them, you know, she's this horrible bully with literally no evidence of this happening. And so many of you in those comments were like, do you remember when Charles did this? Do you remember when Charles did that? Yeah, so I decided to Google it, and read this for yourself. So isn't that interesting that this happened? And I don't remember ever hearing this in the news. And especially if I would have heard it, it would have been in passing. It was not played over and over and over again, the way that Meghan's alleged bullying is being played over and over again. So yeah, the call is definitely coming from inside of the house, in my opinion. And like I said, I feel like they're just gaslighting us. I don't know when the 60 Minutes Australia is going to air. It was on my For You page, so I'm assuming soon, with this staffer talking about news that happened at least 4 years ago, allegedly. Well, the leak definitely happened. What those documents said, who knows? We'll probably never know. But yeah, I just think, like I said before, it's all fabricated. And if anyone was bullying, it was coming from inside of the royal family. They needed their scapegoat, which is why they're still pushing the narrative that Meghan is this horrible person, when in fact, people from inside, like, oh yeah, they didn't find any evidence. Who knows what happened? Maybe they paid him off. Who knows? We will never know. Where is this person? Is this person still alive? Like, there's so many questions. And this is what should be investigated, because this is the head of the monarch, not Meghan. So the fact that they're still talking about that with no evidence, zero evidence, blows my mind. Someone in the comments was like, why are you talking about it? I'll stop when they stop. How about that? So anyway, I thank all of my commenters for mentioning this, because I had no idea. And yeah, I mean, I speculated and it turns out I was probably right. So anyway, I just thought I would share this with you today. Bye. The irony that I came across this article literally 12 minutes ago on the Book of Faces, considering that I've been talking about how Meghan was labeled a bully for God knows what. But I do remember seeing an article that some of the staffers were upset that apparently she was writing emails too early in the morning, which in America, if you work in corporate America, there's nothing abnormal about that. But I remember some of the staffers being upset about that. And I guess that was part of her bullying them. So anyway, I came across this article today, 12 minutes ago. And of course, the first thing that stands out is how with William, he's known for being a tough boss. Like, for him, it's a positive that he's a tough boss. I read it, it doesn't really go into details about really anything. But I just found that to be interesting, that he's known for being a tough boss, and yet it's okay. But if this would have been Meghan, you know exactly what it would have said, that she was bullying her staff, that she's demanding, that she's, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I just found that to be ironic that I've been talking about that. And here's this like lovely, positive little article about William being a tough boss, AKA being a bully, if it were Meghan. But we all know that'll never happen with his hair situation. Have a good day. Bye.
Let me be clear. If you got an issue with what I'm posting here on my page, then move along. So I love the Duchess of Sussex, and her and I have a lot in common. She loves to entertain and cook, and so do I. But here on this page that I run all of my content, you might see a little bit of everything. You're going to see some commentary about her. You're going to see some skincare. You're going to see some fashion, some beauty, some cooking, some home, all types of stuff you might see. But again, I am not afraid of any of the comments that you are making. They do not affect me. But if you don't like it, then you don't need to be here. But we all know that you do like it. Apparently, you like the content that I put out. You like looking at me. But when you're here, you need to be positive. Otherwise, you can move along to somebody else's page. You will not do me like people do and make people go and run into the corner and turn their comments off. You know I can't use that B word here, but you ain't gonna do that to me. You might have did that to the Duchess of Sussex, but I am here to say what she cannot say. But you will not B word me. I promise you, you will not do that. I love that you're here and enjoying my content and keep continuing to motivate me because you make all the comments and stuff. It don't do nothing but keeps me thriving. Do you think I'm scared? I'm going to show up here every single day with what I do and what I love. And if you don't like it, then poof, be gone. So wait, now she's supposed to give up her last name. Now she cannot be the Duchess of Sussex since you claim she hates the royal family. How do you know? Wouldn't you hate somebody if they treated you like you did not belong, like you was not marrying somebody's son or grandson? Like, how would you feel? Nobody is giving up their last name. As long as she is married, she will be the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Sussex, whatever you want to call it and say. So you can be mad all you want to. Yeah, I am American and she's also American. How do you know what I know about the royal family? Just because y'all British, that don't mean nothing. You've been around 1,000 years. You want everybody to know about you. Trust me, we know about you because all this pop and circumstance we think is so stupid, and so do y'all. Y'all are literally brainwashed into paying all of these taxes for a family that's supposed to travel around and let people know about Great Britain. Get the hell out of here. That's a job in 2025? Literally? Y'all got to be kidding me. I cannot believe that y'all put a family on a pedestal to do basically nothing that y'all protect. Like, to me, they need to find another purpose in the whole royal family rather than people not being able to touch them. You got to write a letter to be able to get security. Like, all of these rules, they know that doesn't make any sense. Just because they were formed 1,000 years ago doesn't mean that they apply today. Like, at the end of the day, they really mean nothing, but you all are making them something because that's what y'all are used to doing. And that's what the whole monarchy has pushed everybody to do, that we got to take care of this family and their estate. And for them to be able to travel around and make like Great Britain is this great country that we want you to know about. We ain't got to do none of that. You definitely know that the United States don't do none of that. And everybody wants to come here and live. I ain't heard one person that want to move to Great Britain that is from America. Like, let's just be honest and let's just be for real. So before you say that she's using their name, she married into it and she'll use it for forever.
Tonight, you will learn the true history of country music and how the whites stole another cultural possession and made it their own.
The only way our people got by in the 1800s was to sing, and that's what we did. That's what kept us hopeful.
In particular, a man named Wallace Willis slaved for the Rogers family in the Choctaw region.
And boy, could Uncle Willie sing. He always sounded like an angel straight from God, sent to quell our suffering.
One day, Master Rogers told Uncle Willie he'd have to perform in front of the master's friends. Uncle Willie refused.
Even though enslaved, Uncle Willie had a family, and in particular, he loved Minerva so very much. She was Uncle Willie's daughter.
Master Rogers knew Uncle Willie cared for her more than he cared for his own life.
He and his sons did truly unspeakable things and forced Uncle Willie to watch.
To stop the atrocities and save Minerva from any future harm, Uncle Willie agreed to perform.
After a little while, Mr. Rogers' son Jimmy started performing Uncle Willie's music in his place, and Mr. Rogers no longer needed Willie.
They got rid of Uncle Willie somewhere on the road, and no one really knows what they put him through before he passed.
Today, Uncle Willie, the true father of country, is believed to be buried in an unmarked grave. Inside the former slave section of Dokesville Cemetery, just north of Choctaw County, Oklahoma.
Next time you hear the true devils of society playing country music, just remember what Uncle Willie sacrificed.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. I mean, these people are crazy. You know, on this planet, we actually do see parents being happy because their kids are working, doing good, helping people, saving that money, building empires, and all those good stuff. But to that guy, Charlie Boy, it's good for him and his sons to ask him for allowance at 50 years old, and that's what he was not doing. That was he. This guy inherited the Duchy of Cornwall. 50 years he was running that Duchy of Cornwall, and that duchy has a lot of stuff. got firms, they got homes, they got estates, they got every single damn thing that they made money off of. So he wasn't making money. But in contrast, he wanted Prince Harry to sit down there and just be broke and wear all those shoes that he used to wear with the holes in them. And you know, those shoes, I saw like a compilation of video online. They showed us how these people, not only Harry used to wear the holly shoes, even this guy still wears that thing. This one, the drunk boy, bully. Harry's out here. He went with his wife, moved to America, built everything that he's working on right now, built all those nonprofits and all those good stuff, built the actual foundation, all the good stuff. But guess what? His father's mad. And his brother's mad. And remember, if you read that book, Spare, what did Prince Harry tell you? That when Meghan came, all of a sudden the father said he did not have money to support Harry and Meghan. But according to these people's monarchy, they have a constitution that the monarchy is ran off of. And that constitution says Charlie boy is responsible for his children and his children's children until his last days. And he told Harry he is capable of taking care of Bully with Mumbles and their children, but he did not have money to take care of Prince Archie with Her Royal Highness Duchess of Sussex. And on top of that, I cannot afford to take care of your wife and your child, but do not go to work. Well, now make that make sense. You make it make sense right here. And when I'm telling you we have to deal with stupid people, Charlie boy is a stupid man. I mean, that guy not only has a lot of testosterone, he just cannot function as a man. He can't function. He can't think like a man. He can't function like a man. I wonder what's really happening with that dude with all those courtiers down there also. You know, sometimes I be thinking this Carmela, bitch, that girl, I think that she is also smoking mirror. Why Charlie boy's hips look like that? You know, some of those men, when they got an enlarged prostate, the prostate is so enlarged that them brain can't think like a man anymore. Them brains twisted like they are twisted. When you twist it down there as a man, you can't think straight. In fact, that dude twisted. One day somebody gonna come out here, they gonna tell you Charlie boy was also coming out of the closet because that dude be looking like he been in the closet for too long. He's so stupid. He speaks from on both sides of his mouth. The other side is saying that I need to take care of my child. I'm going to take care of this one here because he's my the heir to the throne. And then Spare, I'm going to take care of the Spare, but Spare doesn't have to have a wife for me to take care of a Spare. So you brought Spare out here so he wouldn't have family? Is that what the plan was? No wonder every single girl that guy dated was terrorized by those papers, and those women gave up. And the Duchess of Sussex came with that strong DNA that created all this entire planet, even Charlie boy. You playing with that melanin DNA. That is not, it's a fighter's DNA, strongest DNA on this planet that you can't even, man, you can't compare yourself to us. You're so damn weak because you, that little tiny DNA that you got from us was damn so weak. That's why you the way you are, twisted. And bad stuff with you too. You are like a really one of them twisted first generation of inbreed. Y'all know Queen Victoria. Both Lizzie and Edinburgh came from her. Direct blood of Queen Victoria. And y'all know Edinburgh's mama was born at Kensington Palace. So shut up. See why Charlie boy be twisted? He twisted like my uncle. My uncle twisted. Shoot. Speaks from both sides of his behind something. Y'all be getting mine. All y'all guys, sometimes you know you don't be saying stuff clearly, because when you try to say stuff clearly, YouTube don't let stuff go through. YouTube, you better let my video go. I'm at St. Francis. Leave me alone. I was just looking that saint there. I was trying to kind of change my mind. Like I wanted to say some good stuff, but I ain't saying no damn good stuff. That Charlie boy is twisted. These people are so twisted. The bad thing of those people are just intellectually lazy. They can't sit down and think anything before they open them damn terrible mouths. Bad thing, all those tabloids are so uneducated, undereducated, that is very hard to sit down there to even have a conversation with them. And you mix mambos on top of it, and then you take bullion, and then you take the father, that dude. Man, it's just a recipe for disaster. You know that guy, the red-haired guy. He's the Royal Highness Prince Harry Windsor. You know that dude is definitely expensive. This because look at how he looks. Look at his hair. Look at his intellect. That dude never went to PhD school, but that guy is so smart. Not intellectually lazy like the rest of the family. You know, Princess Diana never went to those big colleges, but that woman was so smart. It's expensive DNA. Sometimes you do not need those degrees to be smart and to be brilliant. Look at the Spencers. Go from there. God bless you all, guys. I'm going to talk to you all guys again tomorrow. I love you. I just needed to vent to you all guys a little bit. Because if I don't do it, I'm just going to go crazy. This thing bothers me. The thing bothers me. I do not like people to just... you know, black people, I love you. You know, I love everybody else, but my priority is my race. I love my people. I really love you. I can't watch you go through all this nonsense and have me sit down there quiet. I can't do that. I don't even do that at Walmart. Don't you try anything with my sisters and my brother. I'm gonna call you out because I can. Yes, I can. Bye, my people. I love you. I'm gonna talk to you again tomorrow. Please subscribe to Isabella Back's channel. Also go to Royal Success and also go to all the success friendly channels. Subscribe to all those channels. I'm gonna talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye for now.